Warning. This program is intended for adults only. What you're about to listen to contains explicit language, sexual topics, and don't be surprised if you get wet.
You've just tuned in to PooseBoss with your host, Victoria Lynn.
Well, hello. It's your girl, Victoria Lynn, and you've just tuned in to another mini episode of PooseBoss. And if you forgot, I like to call it a Random Pussy. And tonight's Random Pussy episode is every question you have about guys' masturbation, answered first by me and then by some random fucking dude on Cosmo. Love it. So, first question. Do guys do it in the shower? Wait. And if you didn't listen to part 1, then you better go back and listen to part 1 because, baby, this is part 2. So let's get this party started and start off where I left off. First question. Do guys do it in the shower when we're in the other room? Do guys do it in the shower when we're in the other room? Do you guys really think that men give a fuck that you're in the other room? Come to think of it, I've never actually walked in on my boyfriend masturbating. However, I also had kind of a really, strict rule of always making sure, things happen. So I guess I think I took care of him enough because I never actually walked in on him. But I wouldn't be mad, honestly, if a guy was in the shower and was masturbating. Whatever, cool. I mean, gives you less work because he probably wanted to come at least twice in the day, so if he has sex with you once, then you're doing pretty well. Now their answer. He says, not all the time, but yeah. So basically, yes. Guys can have a healthy sex lives with you and still masturbate. I mean, honestly, I still masturbated when I was I have sex and I still masturbate. And even when I was in a relationship, I still masturbated. So I don't think this is just for guys, by the way. Next question. This one's funny. How do you clean up? This is actually something I would like to kind of know. I'm assuming you use tissues of some sort. For me, it's like the cleanup's pretty easy. You know what I mean? Like you just I have some sex toy cleaner wipes. So I just clean it off real quick. And then I have my little Tiffany box. That's where I keep all my sex toys. It's Tiffany blue. It says Tiffany. Yeah, my mom doesn't know, but that's what I use. Thanks, Mom, for the Tiffany box. But all my sex toys are in there. So, I'll clean it off, throw it back in my lube, and I'm done. I don't really clean anything, Well, my sheets eventually, but that sounds so nasty. But for guys, I do wonder how they clean up. I mean, I've actually been on a Skype call with somebody where they were getting off to me. And when they came, it's like they just sat back up. So I'm not really sure what they did with their cum. So it is a good question. What exactly do guys do with it? I'm thinking that they're okay with it kind of just sitting around for a while. Just knowing men, you know what I mean? It's I don't know, maybe take a tissue, maybe use their own hand. I'm not sure. All right, let's see what the guys say. This varies from guy to guy. I love this. Cleanup usually involves just washing our hands off with soap, hopefully. So this makes me think of this one time that I hooked up with this dude, and I guess he fingered me at some point, and he texted me and was like, I haven't washed my hands from last night. And I'm like, ew, that's so fucking nasty, yo. I mean, I'm glad that, my punani smells so good. I get it. But I feel like that sound was really weird. Almost like a dying baby or something. Something getting ran over. What kind of animal was that? What's that? Like a hedgehog getting ran over. I don't know. Anyways. If we used lotion, okay, going back to the question answer of the question, the male says if we used lotion, it's pretty much absorbed by the skin. I would have to agree with that. I mean, I think all ladies know, right? Most bitches, I'm assuming, you lotion your skin. You put the lotion on your skin. I know that I get ashy as fuck, so I definitely try to lotion myself every time I come out of the shower so I'm nice and sparkly. But with lube, we tend to splash some water on our dick. Interesting. I don't know a lot of guys, honestly, who use lube. Usually it's just lotion. I usually see like lotion and tissues by the bed. That's basically it. And then the last thing they say here is that some guys will even use a condom. Bull fucking shit. I call bullshit on that one. No guy is wasting no money on a fucking condom to fucking come, okay? Can you imagine? Like, dudes are definitely at least coming once a day because they're horny bastards. So if they're coming 3 times a day, that's 15 condoms in 5 days. Yeah, they might as well use a sock. See, that's why they got the sock. God. Cosmo, I think you need me to write for you. Next question. Do guys use anything besides their hand? So why did this just make me think of, I don't know if this is a true story, fake story, whatever, but y'all know Marilyn Manson, right? Like, that motherfucker's crazy. But back in the day, there was this, like, rumor going around that Marilyn Manson, like, got, like, 2 of his ribs on each side, like, taken out so that he could give himself his own blowjob. I don't know if you've heard about that, but I definitely remember thinking, like, wow, this dude's, like, so committed to having blowjobs all the time that he took out 2 ribs so he could bend over and do it. I mean, I don't know if it's real, but I know bitches take their ribs out, so why couldn't dudes, right? But besides for their hands, I mean, what else could you really use unless you had your ribs out? You could use your mouth. Your feet, you would have to be, like, super flexible if you're going to give yourself a foot job. That would be really, like, actually, if you can give yourself a foot job, I'd love to actually see it in person. Not even going to lie. No weird shit. Just, I'd like to see that flexibility. All right, so let's hear the guy's answer. Toys like the fleshlight definitely sell. What the fuck is the fleshlight? But most guys won't admit to using them. Okay, I feel like I have to look up the fleshlight in order to, like, continue this conversation. So the fleshlight is the #1 male sex toy in the world. Over 12 million men satisfied. Okay, how do they satisfy themselves? It's a brand of artificial vagina or artificial anal opening sex toys. So basically like a pocket pussy. Okay. So wow. Okay, so the fleshlight is basically like a pocket pussy, but they say most men won't admit to using them, which makes sense because it's kind of weird if you're using a pocket pussy and masturbating yourself. I don't know why. I just feel like that's a little much, you know? But then again, if you saw the sex toys I had, you'd probably be like, bitch, that's a little much too. Like the suction cup, like dildo, so that you can like bang a fake person in a sense, right? Because like if you suction cup a dildo to a toilet seat, it's possible. It's definitely possible. You know, and then you like ride it, like that's kind of weird, but so I'm not gonna hate on the fucking pocket pussy. But I'm just saying. The response was he actually brought up this warm water bag glove lotion. So I think this is pretty close to what I was already talking about, but I guess there must be something where you must put some warm water in a bag with a glove with lotion. I don't know. It just says literally 15-year-old boys will literally fuck a bag. And I feel like so will 45-year-old men. I really don't think it changes much. Let's be honest. Okay. Let's move on to the next question. Do guys ever accidentally ejaculate on yourself? This just makes me think of this time where my girlfriend, like, she ran out of the room because, like, her boyfriend at the time, like, straight came in her eye. It's so fucking funny. She's like, oh my God, it's in my eye. It's like, do guys feel the same way? Like, if they get some cum on their shoulder, like, do they freak the fuck out? I mean, I wouldn't. But, I mean, it's definitely possible. Again, going back to something about Mary. Dudes, what would you do if you had some cum hanging from your ear and then all of a sudden your chick you're going on a date with just grabs that shit, puts it... Yo, what if she thought it was lip gloss instead of hair fucking gel? So she put it on her lips instead of her hair. What do you think, babe? Do it look gloss? Oh, and then she tries to kiss you. Oh, would you kiss her? Would you kiss her or would you tell her that she got cum on her face? That's the question. I would just kiss her. I mean, you don't want to tell her she got cum on her face. But the guy's answer to, do you guys ever accidentally ejaculate on yourself? Shit's ridiculous. Yeah. Even the most careful and prudent of masturbators will occasionally have to deal with semen. Sometimes it just goes flying, which is true. I've seen it go flying before, you know, and like, yeah, I don't think I need to go into it, but you guys know what I'm talking about. Where it's like you think you've got it in the right direction, and then the next thing you know, it's all the way over to the left, kind of curved up to the north side, but it's like northeast, northwest. You're not really sure which way it's going, and then it lands fucking southwest. Like, you're like, how the fuck did you even get all the way down there? That's past the equator, bitch. So, it seems that there's more questions about masturbation for guys that women have than I realized. And the truth is, I'm not done going through them. So in that case, that means we have to make a part 3. Which is great because I love masturbating anyways, so I'm always down for a part 3. Until next time, guys, this is your girl, Victoria Lynn. And this was a random pussy, and I hope that you enjoyed it. It was wet, juicy, and you didn't ejaculate on yourself while listening. Thanks.